Was that found in the deleted section?
I can't give you that right now.
I didn't do anything to anyone. I did not. I don't.
The last person you'd expect to commit heinous and despicable crime is someone who sees the evil of it firsthand. But here are two shocking times when we caught police officers doing just that. Starting with Robert Strand, a Sandoval County detective who has been arrested after evidence was found by the ICAC in his phone of having explicit material that involved children. But to fully understand how he got to this moment, we need to go back to the time when he's about to get arrested by an officer from the New Mexico Attorney General's office, who had set him up after a warrant for his arrest was served.
How you doing? Hey. Sir, can I have you do me a favor? Set your paperwork on the tailgate right there. Go ahead and place your hands behind your back for me. Go ahead and relax your legs. Okay. I want to get you into this vehicle quickly. Okay. But I don't want you to take anything you don't need to have. Alright. I need to double lock these for you. Too tight on you?
No,
Okay, go ahead and walk with me this way. 3 seconds. Go ahead and have a seat real fast. We have you out of the light, okay?
cool. I appreciate it.
You got it. So you guys did not search him, correct? No. I just want him in the car quickly because I don't want to make a big scene here.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it.
When I get him over there, I'll get him into a place where when I transfer to Rio, we'll search him better.
Okay.
But I just don't want this out for you guys.
Okay, cool.
Okay?
Okay.
All right, we're going to get out of the way. Thank you, gentlemen.
After arresting Robert, the arresting officer says he doesn't want to create a scene, but is that because of Strand's title? Surprisingly, Strand agreed and was cooperative with his arrest. He didn't even question it. The officers then inform him why he was being arrested.
Okay, Robert, I'm going to let Special Agent Owen Pena tell you why you're being placed under arrest at this time.
You're being placed under arrest where we'll be getting an arrest warrant for you, sworn out today for possession of child pornography. Or possession of a child of children possession statute.
Okay, the biggest thing for me is I do this for everybody. I don't want a big scene made about anything. So I'm going to be as discreet as possible. Cooperate with me, we'll be fine. Let's get this portion done and do what we got to do.
The images recovered allegedly depicted juveniles as young as infants. According to the affidavit obtained by the Albuquerque Journal, Strand received 92 images or GIFs depicting children being sexually abused by adults. The children ranged in age from less than a year old to 13 years old. They also allegedly found photos of Strand having with a computer-generated preteen female. What's more bizarre than a predator detective is to see the arresting officers treating him in a kind and proper manner when he's being accused of such heinous crimes.
Yes, sir. Pick up your dogs?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, let me get I'll have Owen bring me a notepad out. I'll get the information. Absolutely, we'll do that. Are those cuffs good for you? Okay. Okay, so I didn't search you.
Go ahead.
No, I'm not going to do it now. Wait till Rio gets here. I'm going to advise them, and then we're going to do a search. I just didn't want you there.
Okay.
I don't like to do that with anyone. I like to get them out of the limelight. Over here, I think we'll be okay. Do you have anything on you that you need to leave here?
I don't think so.
I know you had a holster for mags or whatever.
I got the holsters. Yeah, you can take them off.
Well, no. I mean, if they're covered, I don't care. So.
But these guys were even going as far as to ask him whether he was comfortable with the cooling or not.
But yeah.
Doesn't feel like it's warm much, but I guess it's better than not having it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna close this and try to, cause dude, I'm already getting hot. I'm gonna crack the window so if you need me. I don't want you burning up for no reason. Better? Need to get some cooler weather. Would be nice. Let me know if you're comfy or not. Too cold, too hot, let me know.
Okay, and I appreciate it, man.
Oh, no problem, man. Oh, no problem, man. We would do that. Do not want those dogs in this heat.
No.
See anybody, that is something we'll make sure that we get somebody to take care of.
Yeah.
Were the officers trying to make Strand feel comfortable so he could open up to them and incriminate himself, or were they trying to help their brother in blue? Let me know what you think in the comments. Then we can see how the officer calmly answers Strand's questions about the evidence and the aftermath of the arrest.
I don't know how much you can answer, but was that found in the deleted section?
I can't give you that right now.
Okay.
It'll be listed in the where it was found.
Okay.
In the arrest warrant.
Yeah. Anything I knew about was.
Okay. All right.
That's why I was asking.
Okay, no problem.
I didn't think I was being arrested for that.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
So what's next?
What's next is Rio's coming. They're gonna transport you to their holding cell,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna finish out my warrant, send it to my prosecutors. Prosecutor's gonna approve it, and then I'm gonna walk over here and get a judge to look to see if I can get a judge to sign the arrest warrant. Once the arrest warrant is signed out, you'll be booked on that arrest warrant. All right. Any other questions?
No, I appreciate you guys.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Strand may have deleted the evidence from his phone, thinking he could get away with it, but apparently not. As a detective, he must know that the police have methods of recovering the evidence, and his action of him deleting it can be used against him. Shortly after, Strand was cuffed and put under arrest. The decision on Robert Strand is still pending a court case. However, it is satisfactory to see such despicable people get what they deserve. But if you thought Robert is a disgusting cop, that's because you don't know Sergeant Pilo's case.
You didn't see the gun yet? No.
43-year-old Jeffrey Pello, a sergeant of Bloomington PD, accused of being a serial. On the night of July 11, 2006, a woman called the police after arriving at her house, feeling that she was being followed. A police officer arrived soon after and was left shocked and concerned at the sight of his old mentor wearing all dark found outside the woman's house. Sergeant Pilo was immediately arrested and taken in for interrogation. What unfolded will definitely shock many of you.
This isn't the way we wanted this to happen, all right? We wanted you to come down here and go on all kinds of stuff, we said chat, all kind of stuff. Unfortunately, it didn't happen that way. You wrote down the same group with Mosier, and as you know, we have rules that we have to go by.
He must know that the police have methods of recovering the evidence, and his action of him deleting it can be used against him. Shortly after, Strand was cuffed and put under arrest. The decision on Robert Strand.
Not absolutely sure what's going on. Okay. What are you talking about? I have to read your rights first. I'm under arrest. At this point, you're not free to go. At this point, I'm under arrest. I'm not free to go. I'm under arrest. Well, we're in a custodial situation. That's why I'm going to read you your rights, right? Because you came down here in their car. I don't know where we're going to go. I don't know where we're going to. I don't know where we're going to go. What's going on? I don't even know what you're talking about. I understand that, Jeff, and you understand just like I do that I can't talk about anything until we get this a little bit out of the way. Okay? All right.
Sergeant Pello, who himself is a detective, knows how to play the game, and so says he doesn't know what he's in trouble for. But that's not all. After he's read his rights, Pello comes up with a rather bizarre story for his presence near the lady's house that night. However, the question remains, if he's a police detective, why is he not asking for a lawyer and refusing to speak?
I want to hear what you have to say about it, and I'm really hoping there is a good explanation for it all.
Again, I drove down there. I couldn't sleep. All right, houses come up for sale in that area all the time. I'm interested in buying my mother-in-law a house. She lives up in Greeley. She's, you know, she's poor. She's on fixed income. I wanted to move closer to us. Houses come for sale. There's a townhome right there for sale. It won't work, but anyway, I was looking to see what kind of access went down to that lake. That's all.
Where'd you park it?
I don't know the name of the street.
But it wasn't right there where you were at.
It was by the lake. That lake goes behind those houses.
You know, you understand how difficult the situation this is for everyone involved, including yourself, really.
Yes, I understand.
And irregardless of what, you know, our feelings are towards each other, so I think we've always got along. We'll speak openly about that. There are just some things that happened last night that just doesn't add up. You know, Jeff, you know, as a former investigator yourself, that there are things that we know, okay?
By talking about his poor mother-in-law, Pello is trying to gain sympathy from the detective, but it doesn't seem to be working.
Why would you be in between two houses looking at houses?
I couldn't keep going straight. There's a drainage thing that goes down the lake. I couldn't keep walking. So I walked up, the dog started barking, and oh hell. So I walked up between the houses, going to go to the road. All right. He comes around, I thought maybe it was the homeowner. I was like, I don't want to startle, you know. He startled me, so I turned to walk back down. He said, stop, please. I was like, oh, hell, it's a cop. I turned around and walked back.
Jeff, what you know as being a police officer, that kind of thing is not within the norm. We don't, as police officers, we don't walk around at 12:30 at night in the morning, walking in between houses.
I wouldn't walk between the houses. I was by the lake. I couldn't keep going, so I walked up between the houses. That's it. I mean, that is it. That's it.
A simple story Pello had come up with, but what's odd and stupid about it is that nobody in their right mind would check out houses at 12:30 a.m. in the night, and the detective thought so too.
We're past the point of you were there, right? You readily admit that you were there.
Yes.
In between those two houses.
Yes. I was just walking from the lake up to the...
Okay. If you get a call of someone walking in between two houses at 12:30 in the morning,
I don't know what call brought him out there. Yes, of course.
of course. I mean, the person who called this in has every right in the world to do this, correct?
I have no idea who called it in. All right. What they called in wasn't me. All right. Dave said last night somebody knocked on somebody's door. I didn't knock on anybody's door. I didn't knock on anybody's door.
After being caught by the officer who found him creeping near the woman's house, Pello's odd behavior was what made the officer more concerned about him as a suspect.
Standing up with your back to the house and trying not to be identified. What? Having your back up against the house and not trying to be seen as David walks by.
I was walking up. I saw someone coming, so I stopped. I turned to go back. Again, the dog's barking. I didn't want somebody to think I was doing something wrong. He said, "Stop, police." I was like, "Oh, hell." So I turned around and walked up to him.
You didn't see the gun he had pulled on you?
No,
You were unaware that he pulled a gun on you?
I did not know he did that. No, I did not. When I turned and walked towards him, so he could see who I was, that I wasn't a threat, we talked for a moment.
What did you talk about?
He asked me what I was doing. I told him what I was doing.
That you were there to look for a house for your mother at 12:30 in the morning.
I'm interested in houses in that area. There's that lake. I was looking to see what kind of access there is down to that lake.
Seeing Pello maintain his story of just looking at the lake to purchase the right house, the detective tries to connect to him on a deeper level by adding human elements such as the lady's attractiveness, hoping this would make Pello open up.
I mean, I don't know how simple it is. It's not. It's not that simple. I didn't have ill intent of any kind. That's it. It's not that simple. I mean, that's it. It's not that simple. I mean, she is a young, attractive lady. I don't know who she is. And like I said, I know, you know, I've seen you how you take a genuine interest in people, okay? And I think if you knew what you did to this person, because I'm telling you, she's freaking did not do anything to her. You were there, right? Were you giving money there? Did I walk up from the lake between the houses doing the road? Yes, I did. Okay. You were there, right? Yes, I was there. Okay.
Pello still kept denying that he hadn't done anything wrong, so the detective had to dig deeper into his actions, like the fact that the officer had a gun on Pello, but he didn't seem to notice.
This isn't some fishing expedition. We just didn't pick you out of the clear blue sky to come in here.
All right.
Correct?
Obviously. Again, the only thing I did
Was walk from the lake in between two houses out to
the road.
Out to
I was
office.
going to the road. And when I realized somebody was up there, I was like, I turned to go back, and that's what he said. And I turned around and came back to him.
Okay. But we're leaving out this. We're leaving out you standing up against the wall like this.
That did not occur.
And an officer
That did not
confronting
occur.
you twice.
That did not occur.
And then you turning
No.
and walking away
Did I
with your
turn?
hands right here, and he says, "Stop. Show me your hands." And he has, and I mean, you've been in the ERU.
I understand.
You have been you're a weapons guy. You're a former military.
I understand.
And you're telling me you didn't know somebody had a gun pointed at you?
He's backlit. I wasn't paying attention to that.
I am not buying what you're telling me.
I don't.
1 second. For 1 second. You know that I've done this for a long time, and you have done it for
Yes, I
and
have.
you have done it for a long time.
And I didn't do anything wrong last
I
night.
know you. I know. And you know what? How many times have we sat in here and listened to somebody for hours and they didn't do something they did?
I'm not going to be here for hours
And then-
telling you that I didn't do anything wrong.
And then, you know, have all the behaviors and all the things that are happening. You know, you were not Sergeant Pello last night. You were absolutely somebody else.
Seeing Pello not budge on his story, the detective brings his wife into the equation and asks about her reaction if she was questioned on Pello's unusual behavior of checking out houses at midnight.
And say, oh yeah, that would be totally normal for Jeff to do. Is to go out at 12:30 in the morning and walk in.
I can't predict to you what she's going to say.
You've been married to her. She's the mother of your children.
I understand. I cannot predict to you what she's going to say.
You don't think that she knows you?
Yeah, she does.
Is she going to say that that would be normal behavior for you to do?
It's not. Is it normal that I do that? No. All right. Is it's. I don't know how else to say it. I didn't do anything wrong.
And at some point, you've got a wife and
I
two
understand.
children.
Again,
3 children.
I didn't do anything to anyone. All right. Whoever the lady was, I didn't do anything to her. All right. I wouldn't do anything to anybody.
Lead different lives. We all lead different lives.
Again, I don't know what you're implying there. All right.
Jeff, I'm not implying. I'm saying it.
All right.
I
I don't lead a sinister life of some kind. I didn't do anything wrong. Wow. I didn't do anything to anyone. I didn't do anything to anyone. I did not. I don't. did not.
It seems as if Pello too understands how bizarre it is to go with the story of browsing houses at midnight, as even his wife wouldn't take his side and say it wasn't normal. Frustrated throughout the whole thing, he just kept repeating that he did not do anything, but we know that's far from true.
Because that's what we're gonna say. If it comes to a point where we have to go to a judge and say, I didn't do it.
Tell the judge the same thing I've told you. The only time I walked between those houses, I walked from that road up towards the road. That's it. That's it.
You're just not listening to reality. You're just not listening to reality. The only thing you can say is having walked from the lake between the houses to the officer, and I didn't do it. However, I have a police officer, I have a victim, I have you mentally in the area. I mean, it's not looking good for Jeff Pirro.
I did not do anything to anyone.
This is just a case of mistaken identity.
I didn't do anything to anyone. I didn't do anything to anyone.
Pello kept on maintaining his innocence and denying any allegations against him, and so a voice-matching test was conducted where he was told to read off a script that included things that the attacker of the women had said. The incident initiated an investigation by detectives in his own department that linked him to 4 rapes with chilling similarities. The victims of those crimes described scenarios in which they awoke to find a masked man in their bedrooms who bound them, forced them to perform sex at gunpoint, and made them bathe afterward, conceivably to remove any traces of physical evidence. Pello was finally found guilty of 35 counts of rape and stalking and received a sentence of 440 years in prison. He is now where he belongs and hopefully gets a taste of his own medicine in prison. If you like this video, watch this one. Goodbye.